New tankless hot water heater and a wonderful water softener that we've been wanting for years, and the water is just so nice and soft. Our skin has gotten very soft from it, and it's been just a great pleasure.
You don't have to buy any more water.
So well, that's right. So,
No more bottles.
So it's good for everybody.
Yeah, and it's also energy efficient. We actually turn this house a lot of energy efficient.
Oh yeah.
Of course, this garage was looked different before. Still, there is what to do here, but before that, we took a lot of things from here. We colored. We put some special color on the floor. We painted. We organized it. Still, there is some things that needs to be removed here, but it's taking a little bit time.
Especially when you figure that it's only been 3 months since all of this was started. So that's a lot was done in
Pretty
3
amazing.
months.
Pretty amazing, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Now, let's talk about the driveway and the walkway.
So we took out the driveway and the walkway and expanded the walkway and put a beautiful design with paver stones in it, and then led the paver stones right up to the porch, and it's blended in with the planter around the porch that we had before, so it just looks like a model home, the way it all blended together.
But we added this part of the path. I wanted something that went from the sidewalk up to the house for the flow. And so we added with a little curvature in it. And then all of this paths were widened by 2 feet. And so it's nice and wide. There was a step that led up to the front of the house, and we took all of that out. So really, by widening, the path and taking away the step, and in the house, making the doorways wider, putting in the pocket door, it made it handicap accessible, because you never know.
Yeah.
What can happen, and it really makes a difference. And the patio flows. Now it flows right into the
To the front
into the
yard.
rest of the house.
And then, of course, we redid all the front grass.
New grass, and that was a lot of years in coming also.
And we put some nice plants here. Oh, this is nice.
And the
I
plants-
I love the plants that you picked up.
Thank you.
Really
Thank
nice.
you. Yes.
There were a lot of little touches that didn't cost much, but really turned out beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah.
And we worked around what we had too. The 2 planters we had, all we did was recondition them and put in some new plants. And the Tex coat on the outside of the house makes a huge difference in the insulation of the house. You can really feel that it hasn't gotten brutally hot yet, but even on the very, very warm days where the sun beats onto different walls, rooms that were hot, very hot, are now pretty even temperatured, and and that makes a huge difference.
Do you like the grass?
I love the grass, and the dogs love the grass. You should see when they finally got to walk on it.
Of course, we put some new vinyl gates.
So early on, we put in new vinyl gates, and then we decided to do the vinyl fence, and that all turned out just beautiful.
And of course, the seamless gutters that we
And
put in.
Seamless gutters and the Tex coat and trim coat and everything really improved everything.
Now, we decide that we're going to do inside.
So originally, when we did the front porch, we were going to put slate on the back porch. And then when we saw how nice the slate looked on the back porch, we said, well, why not put it every place? And that was a great idea. that really turned out nice because the cement was very uneven. It had been done several different by several different people, and so it really didn't flow well, and it was hard to walk on. And so now we've got a nice even flow that's easy to walk on, and just looks beautiful. And the spa you wouldn't hardly recognize from what it used to be, because we put the slate around it, and then as an afterthought we put slate on the steps and the platters, and that just turned out beautiful. And those were some little things that really made a big difference. And so that the old worn out spa that used to be raw wood with some stain just looks beautiful now.
And this is the patio from the exterior. Of course, before it was all brownish and bronze, and we did it with a built-in gutter. And this is the porch. We put some slates.
So the patio is so much different because the previous roof was just tin, and so it got really hot and noisy when it rained. And now it's insulated so that it's quiet and cool.
And we took the tree out.
We took a big bush out and a tree, and so we have a lot more room now. And that was an afterthought after we put the new fence up. The tree was taking a lot of room and didn't look very good, and so this let a lot of light in and made the yard look much larger, and did freed up a lot of room in the yard for the dogs to play in and for us to have barbecues and everything.
Yeah. And of course here, this is the electrical command room.
Right, it's gotten pretty fancy. We upgraded to 200 amps, and that made sense because the old breaker box was wearing out anyway, and so this was consistent with
as far as safety.
modern house design and safety, and upgraded to all the codes. And then it was a good companion to the new solar that we put in. So the solar has been tested, but we're waiting the final inspection approval. And
This is the inventor.
it looks like it's going to be fabulous. The design looks like it was very well thought out and fits the roof. It's not visible from the street, so there's nothing.
Because he was in the south side.
Well, I thought the panels would be on the south side,
Yeah.
which would still not be visible from the street. But this looks like it worked out very well.
Very, very well.
And I think probably somebody thought it out and figured out that it would get just as much power from this side.
It's depend how many hours the sun is on the side of the house, and they figure it out.
This is a western exposure here, so in the winter, the sun, comes from that angle, but still hits, and then to the summer where it comes over this way. So this part of the roof gets sun practically 12 hours or 10 hours a day, whenever how much sun is available.
What was your bill for the electricity?
Well, it wasn't that well. Let's see. During the summer, it was $300.
Yes, but
So-
average
so-
like
but
150 to 100.
otherwise, it was lower. It was maybe 130.
150.
So
depending.
we think it's going to be about zero.
Yes. Yeah, that's look nice. Everything is looking nice. Look at the fence. How long is it? The Texas code is really make a big change for the house, huh?
Oh yes.
Look at this. This is so nice. Oh yeah. And of course we put a new insulation in the attic, so the house is almost 99% energy efficient. We have tankless water heater. We have the solar panel. We have insulation. We have solar. In the attic, we have a solar fans also. So we are pretty energy efficient in this house.
Yep. A lot of things. All the